I was celebrating this in the name of Mehbuli Khan and secularism because he was, in 1908 they were floods and he entered the water, the raging waters, and according to Sir Vishwesvaraya, who's created Gandipet, Usman Sagar and all that. According to him, he got into the raging waters after the 1908 floods in Musi, and he did the Hindu Yagna. So he's been that kind of a Nizam. We like to commemorate him. And like I told you, the books which are called Untold Charminar. If somebody can pick up that book called Untold Charminar by Sayyida Imam. The letters of Sarojini Naidu are in there, where she describes Mehbuli Khan as a saint, even for the Hindus. And I tell you, it's more for the Hindus because in Muslims, all the Muslims are not supposed to go to the graves of the saints. Only the Shias do it. So already, say the Muslims are 20% of the population in India. In that 20%, about 15 of them are Sunni, and then about just 5% is Shia. In 5% Shia, only the religious ones go to the graves of the saints. So if you consider it that way, with the population of 80 of the Hindus, there are more people going to the grave to supplicate to Mehbuli Khan than anybody else. So there are a lot of followers of Mehbuli Khan in the Hindu culture also. And according to Cyril Jones, his book is called Memoirs of Cyril Jones. And he was a railway engineer, and he wrote about the conditions when he was laying railway tracks from Hyderabad to Wadi. Because the railway first belonged to Mehbuli Khan, who was my great grandfather, and he was a sixth Nizam, and he was the only real monarch. Because all before that we were all Subedar, except his father. He was Subedar first, then he became a monarch after Bahadur Shah Zafar got sent off to Rangoon by the British. So with no Mughals, the Nizams became monarchs. So the first he was born as a monarch and died as a monarch is Mehbuli Khan. And unique thing for him. And after that, they were his son was Usman Ali Khan. Usman Ali Khan was a monarch in the beginning, and in the last 19 years, he became a citizen of India. After 1948, the Indian Army took over the Nizam's rule. So we were again going back to Mehbuli Khan and this traditional trademark secularism, which is spoken about across all communities. And so I commemorate that. And now as a responsible to Nizam family, I'm doing more of it. So for the last 50 years, I'm talking as if right now, I'm doing it just because I've been selected or recognized as a Nizam by my family. And, I'm doing it because of that. It's not like that at all. I've been doing it for the last 50 years. But initially it was just a playful thing because nobody thought Holi belongs to any one community. Everybody in Hyderabad played everything together, everyone, if one community had some celebration, everybody included themselves into it. So we were doing that for a long time without even giving it a thought whether it's Muslim, Hindu or appeasing or, making friends, because we were all friends. We didn't have to do anything like that. So what happened is after maybe the last 25 years, certain political parties started communalizing the whole situation. So now it's become a must to bring people together and make them realize we're all brothers and talk about Mehbuli Khan to show that we were so close. So why should we drift apart now? And it's very obvious that somebody is creating a situation to drift us apart. And they brought out this subject about the Razakars also. And I'm negative about the Razakars absolutely. But they are also being used as Hindu-Muslim kind of aspect. It was not so much to do with Hindu-Muslim. They were totally with the feudal lords. Feudal lords are Hindus also. They were supporting the feudal system. They were supporting the Muslim feudal lords as well as the Hindu feudal lords. So it's not so much of a Hindu-Muslim thing, though they were definitely anti-Hindu. And we all, they're the only black mark on the rule of the Nizam starting from 1724 to 1948. The only black mark before 1948, the last few years, the Razakars is the only black mark. So if they were removed it, the Nizams have an impeccable reputation for being secular. And I think in all the secular rulers, the most secular was Mehbuli Khan. So we like to commemorate him. I've been doing it for the last at least 25 years. And now I'm doing it more so to represent my family and, on behalf of my family also, to make them realize that make people realize that the Nizams were good people also. They do a lot of good things which are now trying to be negated. And though a lot of, anti-Nizam people, they do appreciate Mehbuli Khan. It's surprising. A lot of BJP people even said,
Okay, we do not support Usman Ali Khan, but we do support Mehboob Ali Khan. We really love him, and we kind of even have a lot of respect and regard for him. And so that's a good thing. I mean, I wish they hadn't hated any one of the Nizam, but the very fact that even someone like BJP, so many people from BJP on a personal level telling me that they appreciate Mehboob Ali Khan, including a friend of mine called Narayan Reddy, who made the movie Razakar. He said, I have no grudge against Mehboob Ali Khan. We actually respect him. We hold him in a lot of respect. Like. And we only negative about the last one. So that's very unfortunate. But now we are trying to bridge those gaps, bring the facts to light, research more about what they do and how they kind of bullied the last Nizam. The Razakars actually started bullying the Nizam also. And there's a certain thing that, because nobody in Hyderabad got killed, though outside Hyderabad many people got killed in the police action and all. Somehow they feel that the Nizam had some kind of a compromise with the central government to take over just to get rid of the Razakar. That is also an aspect which has to be researched, and I'm very sure Mr. Ramnamurthy is the right person who could research something like that and bring it out. So I'm on a very nice platform, and I'm very comfortable and promising collaboration with Jaibharat and Mr. Ramnamurthy, and I'd really like to take it forward from there. So today is just one of the programs. Few days back we did it. We did a program with for Sankranti. And it got very widely reported, and we did it with all the pujas and all with the rituals, Hindu rituals and all. So for people, youngsters to understand what it's like. And we also like to invite a lot of young people here to understand the traditions of India and the traditions of Hinduism and the philosophy behind the different festivals. Instead of just coming in flying kites or just throwing color, they should know the roots behind all these kind of things, the basis of all this. So we're trying to, let people know about our culture. I'll say our culture. Though I'm a Muslim, it's my culture still, because I'm born here. And, all my friends, their culture is my culture. So it's not, I don't feel any different. Religiously, there might be some differences, like they like green, I like red. That doesn't mean you start fighting. Your friend likes to wear red t-shirts and somebody likes to wear, yellow t-shirt. So you grab that guy's collar and start fighting. You don't, right? You just tell him you like red and he accepts that you like red. He'll tell you he likes yellow. So why can't you keep it at that level? Why fight over something? But there are a lot of these things we'll be bringing forward, and see that there's a lot of communal enmity. Like I told you, like last Sankranti, there were rituals. This time they're hardly much. They're rituals, but they're not pujas and all that, because it's not a very religious festival, this Holi. And this is coming between Ramzan, so we're like playing it down a little bit, because there's not a month of celebration, but still we thought it's not like a serious celebration. We just following a tradition, and there's no harm. I don't think any religion tells you not to follow the tradition of some other culture, and support the other culture and be like a brother to them and be together. And even in Islam, it teaches you like communal enmity. It's not like they don't. And certain things, certain points which are quoted by communal organizations which are anti-Muslim, they bring out things from the Quran which were sentences laid down for very specific reasons. There's a context to it. So without the context, we just say a certain thing, isolate a sentence and say it. It does sound really bad, but you have to go by what the majority of the sayings say, right? Majority of the teachings. There are 20 things which says, you have to be brotherly towards people from all religions. In just one occasion, it says like you have to be anti. That anti is to do with a war or some specific situation like that. So that has to be brought to light also. So I'll get the Muslim scholars also, like they're sitting with me, and I think they're very well versed with the Muslim aspects. I'll tell them to, aim for the teachings of the Quran and all that to bring to light why those negative things were said to like other communities which were not Islamic. So that's not anti, it is only to do with that specific situation, like I told you, like a war or somebody attacking you. It says, okay, attack them back and kill them. That attack them back, kill them cannot be isolated. It's not for every other occasion. It's only for that one occasion. And that's it. So we'll go on and do a lot of this, more of these events. With Jaibharat. And I'm very, very happy that they're with me now. And we hope for a long collaboration and lot of events. Wherever possible, we'll do an event, not necessarily just Holi. And Holi was getting a little difficult because I was getting older. I was getting scared of people pushing me in the water and getting drunk and all kinds of things like. So now it's very different, because that's why I started focusing more on Sankranti because more tame, so it's more manageable. In Holi, you can't see people like this. Holi is very mild, but other Holis which I've had here, they're like throwing colors, so you don't know who's who. So if somebody walks up to you, you can't even recognize that person. And everybody is young and they all play Holi in their own basti. You call one guy and he plays Holi in the basti with 10 guys and all 10 land up. So if you prepared food for 1 or 2 people, and for every one person, 10 people land up, you won't even have people who you called. Who you are trying to host, right? So that's an insult when your food runs out and when everything, and luckily people used to bring their own drinks and stuff like that. Those days people used to have bang also. So I think I've carried on too long and I better end with that.
మీ ఆలోచనల్ని మరింత సంపద్వంతం చేయగల ఈ పుస్తకాల్ని మీరు చదివారా? ప్రతులకు జై భారత్ పబ్లికేషన్స్ 9848030089.